All glories to Radha Krishna, the divine forest of Vrindavan. All glories to the three presiding deities of Vrindavan, Sri Govinda, Gopinath, and Madan Mohan. Someone else can read.
The great forests known as Mahavan, where Krishna and Balaram displayed all of their childhood pastime.
All glories to Keshigat, where Krishna killed the Keshi demon. All glories to the Vamsivat tree, where Krishna attracted all the gopis to come by playing his flute. Glories to all the 12 forests of Braj. All these places the son of Nanda, Shri Krishna performed all of his pastimes.
All glories to Krishna's divine father and mother, Nanda and Yashoda. All glories to the cowherd boys, headed by Sridham, the older brother of Srimati Radharani, and Ananga Manjari. All glories to the cows and calves of Braj.
All glories to Radha's divine father and mother, Vrindabhanu, and the beautiful Kirtida. All glories to Paramahansa, the mother of Sandipani Muni, grandmother and Madam Mangala and Nadimukhi, and beloved disciple of Davisha Renard. All glories to the young cowherd maidens of Vrija.
All glories to Gopeshwara Shiva, who resides in Vrindavan in order to protect the holy Dham. All glories to Krishna's funny Brahmana friend, Madhumangala.
All glories to Ramagata, where Lord Balarama performed his rasa dance. All glories to Lord Balarama, the son of Rohini. All glories to all of the residents of Vrindavana.
All glories to the wives of the proud Vedic Brahmanas. All glories to the wives of the Kaliya serpent. Through pure devotion, they all obtained the lotus feet of Lord Govinda.
All glories to the place where the rasa dance of Sri Krishna was performed. All glories to Radha and Shama. All glories to the divine rasa dance, which is the most beautiful of all Lord Krishna's pastimes. All glories to the mellows of the conjugal love, which is the most excellent of all rasas and is propagated in Vraja by Shri Krishna in the form of the divine Parikriya Bhava, Paramore love.
Remembering the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda's consort, Sri Janava Devi, this very fallen and lovely servant of Krishna, sings the Sankirtana of the holy name.
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Govinda Gopinata Madana Mohan. Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Ki Govardhan. Yamuna Jaya Jaya Mahava. Keshigata Vamsi Bhakta Dwadasa Kana Yahasabalila Koilo Shinanda Nanda Sri Nandaya Soda Jaya Jaya Gopaka Shri Damadi Jaya Jaya Dinu Vatsaga Jaya Vishabhanu Jaya Kirtida Sundare Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Vira Naga Jaya Jaya Gopishvara Vrindavanama Jaya Jaya Krishna Saka Patuti Chara Jaya Rama Gata Jaya Rohini Nanda Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Vasija Taja Jaya Dvidya Patni Jaya Naga Kanya Bhakti te ja bhailo Govinda Chara. Shri Rasa Mandala Jaya Jaya Radha Shyam. Jaya Jaya Rasa Leela Sara Manora. Jaya Jaya Durgvala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sa. Parakhiya Bhaveja Rajente Pacha. Shri Janava Pada Padma Kori Smara. Dina Krishna Dasa Koi Nama Sankirtan. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Govinda Gopinata Madana Moha. Shri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Ki Jai. So we can chant this verse on the board together. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vashishyate. Someone else?
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnamidam Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnavadaya Purnasya Purnavadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Purnameva Vasishyate
Vaishnavis. Sorry. Vaishnavis. Thank you. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is perfect and complete, and because He is completely perfect, all emanations from Him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself. Because He is complete, because He is the complete whole, even though so many complete units emanate from Him, He remains the complete balance. Om Agyatamanandasya Janandina Salakaya Chaksuram Litam Yena Tasmai Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Swavadantikam Vanchakalpatubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevaja Patitananam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasana Hare Krishna. So, we would like to start the class this morning with a challenge that Prabhupada had by one guest who challenged Prabhupada by saying, if God exists, then show me God. And Prabhupada's reply was, why you cannot see God? God can be seen everywhere. Krishna's display of opulence is all around us. The first astronaut who went out into space, he came back and proclaimed, I have been out in space, but I did not see God, therefore He does not exist. Yes, this is two different understandings. We read from the Srimad Bhagavatam that there is many wonderful phenomena within this world, and we all, not just devotees but non-devotees too, we all appreciate these different phenomena, natural phenomena of the world. I mean, every day I open up my computer, there's a new phenomena that's picked by, I don't know, is it Microsoft or someone is picking these pictures? So it means that even the non-devotees appreciate the wonders of the world, whether it's birds or beasts or landscapes. it is acknowledged as a world wonder. So I will just read some of these wonders. It is not difficult to see that through Krishna's various potencies, many wonderful phenomena occur in the world, such as a spider weaving a web, a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, a hummingbird flying backwards, and countless other wonders. His artistic ability can be seen in the form of beautiful birds, such as parrot, peacock, and flamingo. Among all the animals, the proud and majestic lion becomes their king. The cow is sacred and very dear to Krishna. The peaceful cow produces milk by just eating grass and water, giving us cream, butter, ghee, cheese, and yogurt. Using these ingredients, we can compare delicious meals without harming animals. From the rich earth sprouts healing herbs and nourishing vegetables. During the day, the warm sun ripens the fruits, while at night the moon's cooling rays give flavor to the vegetables. Krishna has many practical energies at work too. Trees breathe fresh air into the world and freely give fruit, shade, and shelter from storms. Trees never complain. They even offer their own bodies for fuel. Rain nourishes the soil and provides clean water to drink. So there are other phenomena, like Prabhupada would mention, how is it possible that the planets are floating in the space, just like this planet, for instance. At least 2/3 of this planet is made up of water, and water is very, very heavy. That means the whole planet, 2/3 of the planet made up of water, means it's very, very heavy. How come it is floating in space? They have not understood. They are baffled, they're confused. It is a phenomena they cannot explain. Another phenomena, the sun has been burning for thousands and billions of years. Something that's burning usually becomes smaller after a time and turns to ashes. The sun has remained the same size from the point of creation to this day. This is a phenomena we take for granted. The terrestrial movement of the sun and all the other planets too, they're moving in the same terrestrial direction and speed without moving even centimeter off course since the time of creation. And the biggest insult from the non-devotee world in regards to all this is that they say that all this happened from a big bang. It is such a insipid, stupid concept that in one sense even a child could question it. But they have such a system, educational system, where they're insisting on defying God and His ability to make this world perfect and complete and sustainable for our happiness. So we are trying to counteract that, all that is there in the materialistic society by presenting Krishna consciousness. We have such a wonderful philosophy. We can answer all questions. It's not just about a belief system. It's about belief, faith, yes, but there's answers to all questions. Any question that is asked, it is answered by the devotees. It is all very clear within the Vedic literature. And recently I've been listening to Tamal Krishna Goswami's classes from 1990, where he's going over all the verses of the Brahma Samhita and purported by Bhaktisiddhanta. The devotees approached Prabhupada about this, that Bhaktisiddhanta's translation of the Brahma Samhita is very difficult to understand because he's using such words that it's not a vocabulary that we're used to hearing. It's a translation direct from Sanskrit, and Sanskrit is the origin of all languages. So when the devotees were questioning Prabhupada, should we make another translation so that devotees can better understand what's being said? Prabhupada said, no. You just read it over and over and over and over again, and one day everything will be revealed to you. So since that time, there's never been another translation of the Brahma Samhita. But it was very nice to listen to Tamal Krishna Maharaj's seminar on this, because he went into detail, having studied for 1 year all the acharyas' commentaries and purports or comments on the Brahma Samhita, and made things also very clear for me. And I tell you, I was absolutely amazed from that seminar, so much so that, because it's many classes, it's at least 20 classes, and each class lasts for 1 hour or so. It was so wonderful to read about the spiritual world and about how things were created in this world in detail, that I wanted to listen to them all again. And when I listened to them all again, I wanted to listen to them again one more time. And when I did it the third time, I couldn't help it, but I wanted to listen to it all again the fourth time. And it's just amazingly wonderful. And to say that all things which are existing within this world is a product of a Big Bang is just child play. It's just hot air, child play, because they have no understanding. They simply make some comment which is of no relevance, really. But it's being propagated in all schools and colleges, universities, and defying the existence of God, that it didn't happen by any kind of creation. There's a nice song by George Harrison, who himself acknowledges Krishna in regards to the existence around us. This is the song, it's called "If It Wasn't For You." If not for you, I couldn't even find the door. I couldn't even see the floor. I'd be sad and blue if not for you. If not for you, the night would see me wide awake. The day would surely have to break. It would not be new if not for you. If not for you, my sky would fall, rain would gather too. Without your love, I would be nowhere at all. I'd be lost if not for you. So that's another phenomenon, the clouds in the sky carrying tons and tons of rain, water, which is also heavy. How these clouds are floating in the sky. They cannot see. If not for you, the winter would hold no spring. Couldn't hear a robin sing. I just wouldn't have a clue if not for you. If not for you, my sky would fall. Rain. Oh, I read that already. If not for you, the winter. Oh, I read that also. So some doubles here. So anyway, that's the song. If not for you. So, it's very important for us as devotees to appreciate existence around us. And Prabhupada used to do that on his morning walks. Whenever he went on a morning walk, he would see something and connect it with the Krishna conscious philosophy or Krishna himself. One time he was on an airplane with some other servants traveling, I think it was to India from the West. And he was watching a cartoon of Charlie Chaplin. And as he was watching it, he was laughing, and he was laughing so much that devotees, started to wonder whether Prabhupada was okay. Is Prabhupada in Maya? So in the early days, and we didn't really know how to connect with Krishna. Anyway, Prabhupada saved the day by saying to the devotees, Krishna is so funny. He wasn't seeing Charlie Chaplin, he was seeing Krishna. Because Krishna says, I am the ability in man. So whatever Charlie Chaplin could do and influence others, that was all coming from Krishna. So Krishna, Prabhupada was seeing Krishna only. So this is a wonderful time of the year for the biggest celebration for our Vaishnava celebrations. Janmashtami is the biggest. It is a time of reflection, and it is a time where we automatically become connected with Krishna in so many different ways. Just like here, I've been watching the devotees preparing for the festival, which is coming up, where you're going to host literally thousands and thousands of persons. How many persons, by the way? That would be nice to know. Do you know how many persons are coming? 60,000. Wow, that's as big as the Reading Rock Festival. Wow. Super. There's this difference between the materialistic society and the society of devotees, because there has to be a difference, because one is adding Krishna and the other is rejecting Krishna. Those who reject Krishna, they play this part of comparing and competing. This is exactly the two things that are going on, which are very obvious to see. comparing and competing, 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 and more comparing and more competing. And it goes on and on and on and on. In the spiritual world, there is cooperation, cooperating and congratulating. Cooperating and congratulating. Cooperating and congratulating. Cooperating and congratulating and cooperating and congratulating. And it's eternally going on. Eternally cooperating, eternally congratulating. And Krishna is right in the center. So, my favorite pastime of all Krishna's Leelas is the pastime where Krishna is lifting Govardhan Hill. He's protecting the residents in Vrindavan, and both of these, comparing and competing and cooperating and congratulating, is within that story, within that Leela. So who is comparing and competing? Indra. And who is cooperating and congratulating? All the residents of Vrindavan. In the early days here in England, I think it was probably the first, one of the first dramas we did, where we recorded a tape of Krishna lifting Govardhan Hill. And it was a wonderful drama. I don't know if you remember Bhumadev. Do you know Bhumadev? He was our, what do you call it, director? Yeah. He was a wonderful devotee. And I played a part in that Leela, the drama. I played Indra. That's kind of a little bit my nature. Comparing and competing. So I thought that this would be a good Leela drama for me. Anyway, I will go over this drama and also pick out some of the things which Krishna wanted to highlight. Whenever Krishna does something, he does it in such a wonderful way that there are multivarious things that he connects with the Leela. But in this particular Leela, there were some specific things which he wanted to highlight. So here are some of the ones he wanted to highlight. Krishna wanted to teach Indra a lesson as he was advertising himself too much and was very puffed up. So Krishna had two main reasons for stopping this. Number one, no need to worship demigods, as they give temporary results. And even the temporary results is granted by the Supreme Lord himself. I remember in these early days, at one time Prabhupada asked some disciples to go to India and help with the preaching there. And at that time I was thinking, well, anything's better than preaching in London. Let me go to India because it will be much better. That's what I thought. I was thinking, well, in India, everyone's a devotee of Krishna, so the preaching should be quite easy. But when I arrived in India, I got such a shock, because the majority of people in India are not Krishna devotees, but they're demigod worshippers. I was listening to a class by one sannyasi in our Bombay. It wasn't really a temple, it was a shack, a corrugated roof with the enclosure of the deities, and there wasn't even any sides to the enclosure. Anyway, just one evening, a wonderful class the sannyasi gave, so wonderful. And he also had us in fits of laughter, which made the class even more interesting. But then suddenly one frustrated Hindu stood up and started to complain. Why is this Krishna, Krishna, Krishna? Even the way he spoke, it was like he was disgusted almost. Why Krishna? Why Krishna? Why not Durga? Why not Shiva? Why not Ganesh? That was his challenge. And I was wondering, wow, why is he so upset? And I was wondering, what was the sannyasi going to reply? And what he said was very interesting. He said, if all the gods are the same, then why are you excluding Krishna? I thought that was so wonderful. If all the gods are the same, which they say, why are you excluding Krishna? Why are you so upset? And then he said, yes, you will not add Krishna to the team because Krishna is Hari. Hari is one who takes things away. In one Bombay program, later on, there was a big pandal. Prabhupada was in the pandal giving the class, big kirtan, thousands and thousands of persons. And as Prabhupada finished, he went to walk out from the pandal, and one well-to-do Indian gentleman and his wife came before Prabhupada, bowed at his feet, and got up and said to Prabhupada, Swamiji, I need your blessings. And Prabhupada looked at the man. Prabhupada was able to see right through you. He looked at him and then he said, you don't need my blessings. No, Swamiji, I came especially tonight for your blessings. And Prabhupada said again, you don't need my blessings. But as Indians are, he insisted, no, please give me your blessings. Isn't it like that? When you want something, you'll get it. Whatever it is, you'll get it. But what Prabhupada gave, he said, okay, I will pray to Krishna that he takes away all your material opulence. No, Swamiji, not those blessings. So this is the problem in India. And to actually try to convince the Indian people that Krishna is the supreme, he is the cause of everything. And everything in existence is only because of Krishna. It is very difficult. Therefore, today it's very nice to see that now, after so many years of preaching there are hundreds and hundreds and thousands of devotees all taking shelter of Krishna and leaving aside the demigods. And this is what Krishna wanted. He wanted to make sure that the demigods don't go out of tune. The demigods think themselves big controllers, and like Indra, they may all start being independent. So this Leela specifically to indicate to the demigods that your service has been given to you by Lord Vishnu. But there was one also very important thing that Krishna was looking forward to in this particular Leela, and that was to spend time with his devotees in close association. And that's what he did. He had such a party under the hill. It was the party of all parties. We sometimes have parties and we think that was a good party, but wait till you go to the spiritual world and check out the parties there. There is nothing that can compare. Nothing compares it. So Nanda Maharaj, he's speaking first. The rolling stars are rightly placed. Now there is no time to lose. The sacrifice for Indra must be prepared. So this is he's guiding the Rajvasis in this Hindra Puja. Bring the ghee and firewood, clay pots and coconuts. Send for the brahmanas who will chant the Vedic hymns. Get incense, mango leaves, sesame and barley grains, 100 pots of water filled to their brim. And the chanting, all glories to you, O Lord, who rides a mighty elephant. All glories to you, Lord Indra, King of heaven. Please accept our offerings and bless us with some rain, for then by your mercy we will have abundant grain. Decorate many of our cows with gold and jewelry. We must give in charity to the brahmanas and their wives. Fetch 5 kinds of vegetables, 5 kinds of fruits and spices. All these things are necessary for the sacrifice. So Krishna was watching his father organizing everything, but out of etiquette, he didn't intervene until Nanda Maharaj was silent, and he approached his father. What is this plan for a sacrifice? Please explain it to me. Is it a Vedic injunction or is it a popular ceremony? My dear boy, this function is traditional. We have to thank Lord Indra for kindly sending rainfall. We cannot live without the rain for farming and producing grains. But my dear father, let us not worship Indra. We have our own duties to perform. Besides, rain is coming from the mode of passion, not by worshipping him. Rain is falling on the ocean and the land as well. Besides, we have our relationship with the Brahmin men in Govardhan Hill. We are satisfied living in the forest of Vrindavan. Yeah, so this is interesting, this point about tradition, which has happened a lot in India. But I have noticed over the 50 years that I've been practicing within ISKCON is that we have also started some traditions which Prabhupada did not include within his protocol. I can mention a few if you want. Okay, here's one. Offering some incense to the deities, and all the deities, and then to all the devotees, and then turn it upside down. Have you seen that? It's practically happening in most temples. And it was probably started one day when a devotee, he was suffering from some breathing disorder. and told the devotees, turn the incense upside down because I'm suffering here. And then from that time on, became a tradition. Okay, we have some ailments, but why should the deities suffer just because we have an ailment? We should just go outside if we're suffering. The deities, it's for the deities' pleasure when we offer incense. To say to Krishna, okay, I'm offering this to you, but that's enough, and then turn it upside down. It's a complete insult. And if Prabhupada ever saw that, I'm telling you for sure, he would chastise us. Who do we think we are that we can, make such a change within the arati ceremony to turn the incense upside down? There are others, but I don't want the class to be involved in all those. But one more. And it doesn't happen here because I've been watching, and the deities are getting very nice offerings made in ghee. But in many places, the offerings is done in oil. Prabhupada said oil is for the outside of the body and ghee is for the inside. So we should always cook the preparations we're offering in ghee. You wanted to?
Yeah, I've noticed this behavior. I don't know how to do it, but I just gather it and take it home and light it at home.
Yeah. Good. At least they're not wasted. Okay, so Krishna started to take over. Nanda Maharaj agreed to Krishna's proposal, and Krishna said, I'm glad that you see it my way, Father. So he said, Dear Father, please prepare rice, halava, puris, pakoras, laddu, rasgullas, sandesh, sweet rice. Send for the brahmanas, praised from the brahmana men chanting the Vedic hymns. Decorate the cows, feed them well, keeping them in front and circumambulate Govardhan Hill. After the offering, there will be lots of prasadam for all the devotees. Govardhan Puja Ki Jai. If you neglect this worship, you will be killed by the snakes on the hill. All the people of Vrindavan, for your good fortune and the fortune of your cows as well, worship Govardhan Hill. Yeah, so everyone was cooperating with Krishna. This is cooperating. And later they will congratulate Krishna after he lifts Govardhan Hill. But here's this Indra part where he's comparing and competing. Lord Indra saw the inhabitants of Vrindavan worshipping Govardhan Hill instead of himself, and he became very jealous and decided to teach them a lesson. Who is this talkative boy these people are calling Krishna? See that? Krishna. Again, Krishna. Who is Krishna? He is nothing. Nothing but a child. These people of Vrindavan have neglected Maya Farati. They've taken my offering and instead worshipping Govardhan Hill. How dare they neglect me, my share? Sanvartaka. See, the first he's comparing his sacrifice to the Govardhan sacrifice. Then competing. He's sending Sanvartaka, go there now and destroy Vrindavan. It was a very specific order he gave to destroy the land and the residents of Vrindavan. So these are the two, comparing and competing and cooperating and congratulating. After Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill, everyone started to dance and chant the glories of Krishna, how wonderful Krishna is, that he has given us his protection from the wrath of Indra. So they had, as I said, a big party. It was the party of all parties, so much so that when Indra came back and saw what was going on, he realized his mistake and he took shelter of Krishna. And Krishna told him, yes, I have done this just for you because you are so proud. You have to be careful when you're surrounded with opulence and a big position like yours. So go back now and remember these instructions and do your duty in a mood of assisting me. So, to finish, Prabhupada also would tell the devotees that don't try to see Krishna. Don't try to see Krishna. Of course, we take darshan of the deities and we see Krishna. Of course, some of us don't see Krishna, but we try at least to see Krishna within the deity form. But apart from that, as much as we can see, we serve. As Prabhupada said, don't try to see Krishna, but act in such a way that Krishna will see you. And when Krishna sees you nicely engaged in devotional practices, then he will personally reveal himself to you. It's not that we're in control of our spiritual life, actually. We think we're in control, but we just do the things which Prabhupada has asked us to do. And then Guru and Krishna themselves, they will give us everything needed to achieve the ultimate perfection of Krishna consciousness and return back home, back to Godhead. So thank you very much. It's getting late, so I'll stop here. Giri Govardhan ki, Shri Krishna Janmastami ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
It's very nice to see you here. I'm from the Crimea,
Okay.
but I'm living here and serving. And yeah, it's very nice to see you. It feels like home when you came here. And I would like to ask for blessings to serve the best as I can.
To serve what?
To serve to lordships and to Srila Prabhupada's mission.
Well, Prabhupada's the ocean of mercy. I don't know why you're coming to me. I may have a drop, but Prabhupada's the ocean.